Hello everyone. Long time no see. I guess I'm doing Vlogtober this year. I did not record anything yesterday. We just had like a lot going on. We had visitors visiting the puppy and all kinds of stuff. So yeah, a little bit of a update, catch up on me. I haven't really been around. I can't remember the last time I recorded anything. I guess I should have checked that. But at the end of March, we lost our Lizzie. So that was really hard, and I really did a lot of grieving, as you can probably imagine. And it was like 2 months, 6 weeks after Lizzie died, our breeders actually messaged us and said, we know it might be too soon, but we're planning on breeding again. And they have not had a litter since Lizzie, which was 7 years ago. So she said, even if it is too soon, we would love for you to come play with puppies once they're born. So we did a lot of talking and a lot of thinking and a lot going on. And we decided to go ahead and get another puppy. So this is not related to Lizzie at all. It's from a different mother than Lizzie. And so that's a big question that we get a lot. If it's the same mom, it's not the same mom or dad, so a completely different puppy. And I guess that's it. So he came to live with us on September 29th, which was Friday, just this past Friday night. And we just spent the whole weekend at the house and just trying to get him acclimated and trying to potty train and all of that stuff, which has been challenging. He's actually really good. He's actually very good. It's kind of just been us getting used to having a puppy again, and all that entails, like basically pretty much living outside while they go to the bathroom every second of the day. So the weekend was kind of hard. When he came home, it was pouring rain, so we put some puppy pads down, and he did all right. And then the next morning was hectic, so we kind of have to get into a routine and learn how to do this again. But we had a beautiful weekend, and we have a beautiful day today. So I did some leash training outside yesterday. It's only about 9, it's like 9:10, and I feel like it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I am so tired because, of course, I'm up early with the puppy. So he got up around 3:45. Yeah, 3:45. Oh my gosh, that sounds so early. It is so early. Around 3:45. My husband normally wakes up at 4:15 anyway for work. I know that sounds crazy, but he does some, things in the morning. He likes to ease into his day. He goes to the gym before. There he is. There he is. He's waking up. Fitzy, are you a good boy? So it's not that much earlier than normal for my husband. I don't usually get out of bed at 4:15. I usually get out of bed between 6 and 7. So I'm very tired. May have to take a nap later. I'm just trying to get some work done. I'm kind of just hanging out at the house this week. We're going to go on a little outing Wednesday to my friend's house for lunch. She has a dog that we're excited for them to meet. And so, but other than that, I don't really have a lot going on this week. So I'm going to do some leash training again today. So I'm not going to have like a lot of exciting outings this week, but I will try to do my best to make it interesting and exciting and fun for you. So let's talk a little bit about the dog. Here he is. He's sleeping. He is a Great Dane, and Lizzie was a Great Dane as well. And maybe I'll be able to like insert some pictures of his parents here, but his mother, her name is Echo. She was 3 years old, and she's what's called a Merle color. And the sire, His name is Reggie, and he's Mantle. And so this is this is Mantle. So he's a boy, and we named him Fitzwilliam Darcy, and we call him Fitz for short. If you guys have been watching the channel for a while or know me, my previous little girl was Elizabeth Bennet, which is from Pride and Prejudice as well. So Fitzwilliam Darcy is Mr. Darcy from Pride and Prejudice. So there were 10 puppies in the litter. It was a big litter. They did lose 2. The last 2 that were born ended up having some defects, but other than that, the puppies are very healthy. I mean, of course, you can't guarantee, a perfect puppy, but they've been checked out numerous times, and I think we have a good, healthy dog, and we're really excited to see him grow and excited to see what this next phase brings. It's like very nerve-wracking because Liz was almost 7 years old when she died, which I know a lot of people think is average for a Great Dane. I guess I don't actually know, because I think I Googled it one time and it was like 9 or something. But anyway, Lizzie's mother lived till 9.5. They have another Dane in their house that's 11. So we were not really expecting to lose her so soon. And so we thought we were going to have a few more years with her, not possibly 10 more years with another dog. So that's a little nerve-wracking. It's a big commitment to get a dog and to get a puppy. And so, but we've had like a really great few days with him. He's a really, really good dog. He's so brave. The minute we came home, he was clomping around the house, exploring everything, and he's really brave, and he's good. He's smart. He does a lot, like if he follows me around, I'll turn around and he'll be sitting waiting for me or looking at me. So he already knows how to sit. I'm trying to teach him how to shake. We're working on walking on a leash. The other thing too with this litter is that they really didn't have a lot of outside time because the weather has been so terrible. So it's been really, really rainy. And with 10 of them or 8 of them, it's really hard to like wrangle them all. So they actually didn't really have a lot of outside time. So he had never been on a leash when we took him home. So we're working on that, but he's actually very good. He checks in a lot, which I really want and encourage and try to reinforce. Like, if we're just kind of walking along and then he stops and looks at me, I usually give him a treat. We're trying to work on tug. Like he's actually not really pulling right now. We haven't taken him on an actual walk. I've just taken him around the yard. He doesn't really seem to be doing a ton of pulling, but I will just occasionally stop eventually. And when he gets to the end of the leash and it's taut, he like turns around and looks at me. So I treat that. So we're looking into it. Not looking into it. I don't even know why I said that. We're working on it. We took Liz to puppy kindergarten. I'm not positive that I'm going to do that with Fitz because I know that it is good for their socialization, but they actually don't do a ton of socializing in class. They have like a few minutes after class sometimes. I think we can do a lot of socialization outside of class. And I also, puppy classes generally don't teach your puppy or train your puppy. They're training you on how to get the desired behavior out of your puppy. So I think I'm really pretty good with all of that stuff. I mean, we'll see as time goes on if I need a little more, but my friend actually has her dog in a lot of classes like agility and things like that. And she has her dog, who's a year now, in what's called Out and About, which is where they go to public places with the class and they do specific training in public places, which I'm actually more interested in that than like puppy kindergarten, because Liz was extremely reactive on leash, which is very common in a lot of dogs. And so she was amazing off leash. We could hike off leash with her. She met other dogs off leash. But when she's on leash, she would like bark and pull and seem very vicious. And so she was not amazing in public places when she had to be on leash. And so I really, really want to make sure that we try to not have that with Fitz. So I'm actually really interested in an Out and About class. I don't know how old he has to be. I'm sure has to have all of his shots and all of that stuff. So I'm going to look into that. So I'm not sure if that would even start this month for Vlogtober. But I really want to do that. And There was something else I was thinking of. Oh, a lot of human socialization. Liz was extremely reactive to men. I think she just had an experience with a man earlier on that kind of startled her. It wasn't like a violent, I think he was just trying to play with her, but it like kind of startled her. And it feels like, I could be wrong, but it feels like ever since that interaction, she was just very reactive to men, and we didn't ever really get over that. And so I want to make sure to really socialize Fitz. So we had a lot of people over when he came home on Saturday. We had a ton of people over. We had some people over yesterday, and we're going to try to get some people over midweek this week to try to really socialize him with people, because Danes in particular are a very timid breed, and if you don't socialize them, they can tend to be not very social at all. So that's not what we want. So we're going to work on all of that, and we're just really excited. I also have Rhinebeck this month. It's in 2 weeks. Is it 2 weeks? And I'm excited about that. My sister Sarah is coming, and Andrea, the cat lady, she has a podcast, the Cat Lady Podcast, which has been kind of on a hiatus for summertime. She has 2 very active kids. They're back in school, and they're in tons of activities, so you may not have seen a lot of her, but she's coming again with hopefully her friend. We've gotten an Airbnb, and we're super excited about that. I think we're just going to Rhinebeck. We're not going to do any of the Friday events. What else do I have this month? I think that might be it, but I'm going to try to do a lot with Fitz and try to get him out and socialize. So hopefully we'll have some fun things to do and show. I may not record every day. I didn't record yesterday for the first, but I'm hoping to do a lot of recording, and I hope I don't, I hope I have enough content for you guys. I guess that's it. Oh, if you have any questions about Great Danes, I know everyone has a story about a Great Dane, especially when we go out. People say, oh, my brother had a Great Dane, or my friend had one, or I used to have one, or I grew up with one, or something like that. But so a lot of people may know a lot about Great Danes, but if you have any questions about Great Danes, we did a ton of research before we got Liz. We just think they're the perfect breed for us. We just love Great Danes so much. And so if you have any questions about Great Danes in general, or Fitz specifically, please comment below, message me. I am the Reluctant Knitter on Instagram as well, so you can look me up there and message me. And then maybe if I have a bunch of questions, I could do like a Q&A episode during Vlogtober. You can even ask like puppy ownership. I know that I've only had one other dog, but like I said, I do a ton of research, and my husband and I both do a ton of research. So if you have any like questions or whatever, if you want to do a puppy Q&A or whatever, Great Dane Q&A, Fitz specific Q&A, like that would be fun, I think, to do. So let me know. All right, I'll check back in with you later. Bye. Hello. Today's Thursday, the 5th. So here's the thing. I recorded all that stuff that you just saw. Good boy, baby. And then I deleted it because I was like, I don't know if I want to do a Vlogtober. It is a lot of work, and like, I'm not sure if I have enough to show, and I'm just not really feeling it. And so I deleted it. And so I didn't record anything. So what did I start on Monday, the 2nd? So I didn't record anything Tuesday or Wednesday. But then a lot of people have been asking me if I'm going to do Vlogtober, and have said that they want to see it. So I'm like, I don't know. And I'm like, well, I kind of have thought about just like recording snippets throughout the week and then like uploading it at the end of the week. And they were like, yeah, do that. So that's what I'm doing. So it is Thursday the 5th. I worked this morning. I still have work to do, so I'm sure I'm going to work a little bit later too, but I actually have to go to the post office. I send a mail pack of things that need to be mailed to the office once a week, and I have like, sometimes I have a lot of stuff, and so I need like different size envelopes and things. I just have to check on the dog because we have been having potty training issues. Okay. So anyway, oh, so sometimes there's more stuff and I need like a bigger envelope, and I actually don't have the bigger envelope. So I have to go to the post office and I have to check my P.O. box anyway. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to treat myself and I'm going to get a poke bowl for lunch. And then this afternoon, I have a friend coming over with her 2 kids to meet Fitz. So I have to crate him. We have been crating him at night. I'm just checking. Okay. Good boy. So we've been crating him at night, and the first few nights were like really, really rough. And then we kind of rearranged the bedroom and put the crate even closer. The crate was literally like 3 feet away. So we put the crate even closer, and that seemed to help. But then last night was the first night that we had to crate him and leave the house, and he did not like that. So we have a little nanny cam set up so that we can see him while we're gone, just because the crate that we have him in is what's called an X pen, which is like short for exercise pen. So it has no top and no bottom, and you can kind of make it like whatever size you want. And the reason why we're using that is because we didn't want to buy a small crate only for him to size out of it very quickly. So this you can kind of change. This is a long story, but who cares? This is what Vlogtober is, right? So this one he can grow with it, and then eventually we would like to get him actually out of the crate altogether, just because we have a small bedroom, and we want to get him out of the crate altogether and just sleeping on a bed on the floor in our room. I would love to have him in the bed with us, but we just don't have room for that. We have a queen size bed. We don't have room for a king size bed, and we bought a mattress that we love in a queen size, like however long ago when we got married. So it's just, we don't want to get a king size bed, even though I would love to have a king size bed. So anyway, that's why he's not going to be sleeping in the bed with us. And that's the crate situation. So all of that to say, last night was the first night that we put him in the crate and left the house. I know we have to do it more, and I'm putting him in the crate today when I go to the post office. It's a very short trip. I'm only going to be gone for less than an hour to pick up lunch and to go to the post office. So I think he'll be okay. I've read a lot and I've done a lot of research, and there's like stuff that you have to do to like get them used to the crate and not have separation anxiety. So they're like, we'll feed them in the crate, but the crate is in the bedroom. I don't want to feed him all the way in the bedroom. But right now I have the crate open, and I put like, it's called a snuffle mat. And so I'll show it later, but you like, it's like a foraging kind of activity. And so I put that in there with the crate open, and he can see me from the crate. He is actually chewing on a shoe right now. But he's been going in and snuffling, going in and out. So I hope that when I close him in, I mean, I know he's gonna freak out. But it is what it is at this point. So I just have to keep doing it until he gets used to it. Hopefully he gets used to it. So that's that. I forgot, but I don't know what else to tell you. The cat's growling at him. So they've been coexisting, which is amazing. I would love for them to get along better. They're not fighting by any means, but the cat does a lot of warning hisses and warning growls. And I think he's just like not about the puppy. I think when Fitz gets a little older and chills out a little more, they might cuddle, because he did try to cuddle with Liz, but Liz was too old and crotchety. But Fitz has been listening to the warning hisses and growls and has not, they've not had an altercation, which is amazing. And there have been a few times where they've like sniffed each other, which is awesome. And they're pretty much just coexisting right now, which is, I'm more than happy about the fact that the cat is out and Fitz is out. And Fitz doesn't seem to pay a ton of attention to him. He's not like obsessed with the cat, which is amazing. He'll just like walk right by him. So that's cool too. Anyway, so I got Fitzy. Okay, he's on his bed. I got this new makeup thing. I was influenced to get it. I'm sure you guys have seen it all over Instagram. It's called a stack. And I actually really like I don't usually wear a lot of makeup, and I do like my makeup routine, but my friend influenced it. She's like a micro influencer. She really does not have a lot of followers at all, like less than 10,000. But she is like an ambassador for like Drunk Elephant and a couple of other things. And so she got, it's called Subtle Stacks. And I've seen it advertised before she posted it, and she had them send one to her, or they sent one to her. And so I was influenced to buy one. And the reason why is because my makeup routine is pretty simple, but what I really like is that it's so compact that like if I have to bring it anywhere, it's really easy. And it's also just like very staple stuff. So it's small enough where I'm like, everyday makeup is this. And then I have other stuff that I do for different occasions. So that's what I'm doing right now. Where is he? Oh, I think he might have to go outside. Go outside? Okay, guys, I'm dying right now. So I went out there and he was sitting in front of the door. And then I went outside and peed. It's amazing. Like he's been peeing in the house, like I'm not even kidding, like 4 to 5 times a day. He's been peeing outside 4 to 5 times a day too. He just drinks a ton of water and pees a lot. So I can't believe it. Now I wish he like alerted at some point, like barked, because if I didn't go out there, I'm sure he would have peed in the house, but I'm so excited. So actually what I've started today too is setting my alarm, because he should be taken out every 2 hours, and after he eats, and after he plays, and after he wakes up from a nap. So it's like, it's constant. So I've been setting my alarm actually, and just been really good. And for some reason this morning, he started doing this thing where he's just like, when we go out our back door, there's a deck and then there's stairs. He's been peeing on the deck, which is better than peeing in the house. But the last time I took him out, he started, and I was like, nope. And I picked him up and he stopped going, and I put him down, and I was like, go potty. And he did. And so maybe that, I don't know, but that's what he was sitting by the door, and I'm like elated. Oh, he's eating. Okay. Gate is now up in front of the office. I was just like closing the door, almost closed, so the cat could just sneak in, but I guess Fitz has discovered. Okay. So going back to this, I wasn't going to do like a full face of makeup, but since I'm showing it to you, I will. So it has all the concealer, a shine control powder, which is translucent, bronzer. I mean, you can read. Lip and cheek. I mean, maybe you can't, maybe you have vision problems. So lip and cheek, color, highlighter, and eyeshadow. So this is what and it comes with a brush, which is now stuck, which I don't use. And the lid is a mirror on it. And then it came with this. What's he doing? Okay. And then it came with this, which is a brush. So this is what I use to put the powder on. And then I just basically use my fingers for almost everything except the cheek stain. So, and the bronzer. Oh, and the highlighter. So I use my finger for the concealer, the brush for the shine control powder, and then, which is just like translucent. And then bronzer. What I don't love is it's like not the easiest to like, if you tighten it too much, then some of them like loosen and the other ones don't. So it's just like, that's a little annoying, but whatever, nothing is perfect. So bronzer, what I did was there's like this, it's not really a quiz. I guess it is kind of a quiz online. If I remember, I'll try to link it below. There's a quiz online, and then basically how it starts is you put in whatever concealer you are using now, and they have brand and shade, and they have a ton of them, and then it matches your concealer, and then it gives you options for, and then it recommends a bronzer shade, a highlighter shade, and an eyeshadow duo shade. I think the eyeliner, and then you can pick whatever color you prefer if you don't love their suggestions, but I just actually went with their suggestions because I really liked the colors. So this bronzer is Leche. And then I'm going to use the Lip and Cheek, which is Terracotta Tour Guide. And that is like a cream, which I've never used a cream blush before. But I like it. So I use this. This is a foundation blending brush that I got from Il Makiage, which Il Makiage is another one that it's a cream foundation, which I actually really, really, really was impressed with. I was not impressed with their concealer, but I was really impressed with their foundation. However, it's more coverage than I need, and it just kind of felt heavy. I'm just used to wearing like a powder foundation. So if you wear, it is lightweight. It is considered lightweight, but I wear such lightweight that it was still felt a little too heavy for me, but it's amazing coverage. It is very lightweight. And so if you are into that, but anyway, so this is like a little bit denser brush. So if I use it on my lips, I use just my finger, but for the blush, I use the brush and I just like pat it in. And then this is really, really, really pigmented. So sometimes I put too much on the brush. See, like that's way more cheek than I normally wear. So this is just, I really like it and I like the color, but this is just taking a little more practice than the other stuff. And then the highlighter is Champagne. Good boy, Fitz. Now that I'm talking about it. And then I just have like a little, I don't even know if this is even a highlighter brush, but this is the brush that I use. This is really nice and pigmented. So I really, really like it. I think the only thing is that I wish it was a little more long wear. Now I don't work, I work, but I work from home and I don't generally go places where I need it to last all day. I do have a makeup setting spray. I don't love the feel of it, but this has a SPF in it. So this is Pacifica and it smells amazing, but it's a matte sheer setting mist, which will make it last longer. So if you are looking for something like super long wear that you don't have to put something over, this might not be for you, but the pigments are very, very good and they go on really well. And then this is the last thing, the eyeshadow in Jelly. And then there's a Jelly A and B, and it's a duo, which I generally use a duo. I don't use a duo per se, but I use two colors. So I usually I do like a shimmer too on my eye. So I put the shimmer on the lid, and it is like a neutral shimmer on the lid. And then I put a contour in the crease. And actually sometimes I do, like before I had this, I would do like a bronzer contour, like a bronzer in the crease as like the darker shade. And then I just have like a fluffy crease brush from Ulta It brush. And then I just put it in the crease. So I'm only showing you this because I'm showing you this. This is not, I wouldn't even wear this much makeup to go to the post office. I might not even wear any makeup to go to the post office and to grab lunch to go. But since I had it out, I would, if I'm doing no makeup, quote unquote, I do concealer usually because I do have very dark circles, and I will do a powder and then I'll do mascara. And that's all I do for no makeup. If I'm doing no makeup, if I'm really not wearing makeup, I just don't wear makeup. And then this is the mascara that I really love. It's Too Faced Better Than Sex. It's a waterproof mascara. I just really like it. I'm a volume junkie, not necessarily a length junkie. So this is the one that I found that I like the best. So that's it. And that's my face. So this is my like everyday face if I want to wear makeup. Like if I was going up to the office to do something, I would do this. If I'm like doing my volunteer work or going to one of my meetings, I do this. Sometimes I put an eyeliner on. I usually either do brown or black. My black eyeliner is a liquid liner. But this is like if I'm actually going to go out and be like actually interacting and seeing people. If I have like an appointment or whatever. If I'm just running to the grocery store and I want to put makeup on, I'll do just concealer, powder, and mascara. And then sometimes if I'm going to the grocery store for like 2 things, or if I was going to the post office, I wouldn't do any. Because I really just don't care. I'm almost 40. I will be 38 actually this month. And so I just am over it. I mean, and here's the other thing is, it took me a long time too this is like, is this Vlogtober content? I don't know. It kind of took me a long time too to, what's the word I'm looking for? Like minimize, because I just really love makeup and I've always loved makeup. I've like loved it ever since I was a kid. And so, oh, should I have put the lipstick on so you guys can see it? Let me put the lip on. But I've always loved makeup. And so like, I want to be like, oh, I want to do like a no makeup today. And then I'd end up doing like a full eye. So it's actually taking me a lot of practice to do like minimal makeup. But at this point, I'm either doing like full face or I'm doing nothing. It's weird, but so the thing about this is that it's like a stain. I don't love it because it doesn't like it. I feel like it's easy. Fits. You're being naughty. It's easy to like not bleed, but like go out like outside the lines, and then I just feel like it looks a little messier. And maybe it's just me not being practiced enough with it, because I don't really use lip color like this. But it's a very, it's buildable, so like it can get more pigment if you want. Anyway, so it's taken me a lot of practice to do like minimal makeup, but I think I'm getting the hang of it, and I like it. And I'm just kind of at that age where I'm just like, really honestly, like, this is me. I've been married 17 years. I'm happily married, and who am I impressing? And I am also trying to be like this like, I don't know, like diet culture and anti, like, whatever, this is what women should be looking like, and letting yourself go. Like, she let herself go, whatever. So dumb. I'm not going to get on a soapbox this morning. I don't have time for it. Anyway, I will show you some more stuff later. I also have some other things planned. I wasn't going to do a sweater for Fitz because he just grows so fast. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to waste all this time on a sweater, and he's going to like grow out of it so quickly. Good boy. Here, let me show you him. He's just the cutest baby. So he's going to grow out of it really quickly. But also, he is little right now. I mean, he's big for a puppy. For a 9-week-old puppy, he's 25 pounds. But he is little right now. And especially if I crochet and I do something in like a worsted weight, it'll take like no time at all. And if I do it like a few inches bigger and it's a little baggy right now, by winter, he'll be in it. I just think I'm just going to do it. I think I'm just going to do it. So I'm going to knit a sweater for him. So I have to pick yarn out. I may have stash. I'll look. So I want to do that. And then there was one other thing. Doesn't matter. Oh, well. Okay. See ya. Hello everyone. It is about 12:30 on Friday, October 6th. So I worked a little bit this morning. I have a horrible headache, and it's not horrible. It's not good. And I just took something, but it's not like the worst headache ever. So anyway, I have a headache. It's like dreary, and it's not dreary really. I keep saying it's like this, but it's not like this. It's overcast. And I think we're supposed to get some rain, so I'm blaming the barometric pressure and the fact that I've been awoken every night for the past week from a puppy named Fitz. So I had an appointment today, and then I went and did like a little bit of shopping. I just had to get a couple things from the grocery store. So I thought I would show you what I got at the grocery store. I got pumpkin, because we've been giving Fitz pumpkin for fiber. And I got these things. Have you guys seen these? They're harvest blends. So I'm not about like all of this like wellness stuff. It's like blended with multigrains. So if that's your thing, and you like whole grains and multigrains, that's cool. They're not any better like for you than regular Pringles. But I like this brand. I like this flavor, I should say. And also their texture is really interesting. It's like kind of like, I don't know. It's like, I can't describe the texture, but it's different than regular Pringles, and I actually kind of like it. And I got peanut butter. And I got some Greek yogurt, also for Fitz. So it's just good for like the probiotics and stuff. He has like this licking mat to kind of help like, not slow him down because he doesn't eat fast, but just like a activity to kind of like get him to calm down, I guess. And then I needed coffee. I've never tried this coffee before. It's called Fog Buster. Fog Buster Coffee Works. I don't know. So I got the light roast. All of the other ones were like super dark. I'm not a huge fan of like super dark roast. I'll drink it, but a lot of people think that dark roast is stronger when it in fact tastes stronger, but there's higher caffeine in lighter roast than there is in darker roast. I don't know if you guys knew that, but there's higher caffeine in light roast. So that's why I got it. But this is, the origin is Honduras and Peru, so it's not single origin. And it says the cupping notes, which I'm not like, I wouldn't know. It's like wine tasting. I wouldn't know wine tasting either. But it says a vibrant roast with hints of caramel, citrus, and honey. But it was on sale, so I got it. It's organic, and it's air roasted. I don't know if that makes it any better. I mean, I'm sure that. Ooh. Fogbuster Coffee Works injects healthy energy into the bold experiences of an active, adventurous life, one that is engaged with earth, music, and fellow humans. Who do they get to write this stuff? We roast our beans on a bed of hot air to gently remove the chaff, eliminating the burnt byproducts found in traditional drum roasters, creating a healthier, I think Fitz has to go out, smoother tasting coffee. Excuse me, but my dog just went to the back door and pawed at it to go outside. So excited. Oh, now he's barking at his butt. So yeah. So now it has like this, our story, which I won't read to you. And then I was gonna go to this Mexican place that I like. It's like a Mexican takeout. Fitzy, no. He's barking at the cat. I think the cat possibly tried to play with him this morning. Like, I think he might be like thinking like, huh, this animal might be a good playmate. All right, Fitzy, stop it. So, I was going to go to this Mexican takeout place that I really like, but it was just an extra stop and I'm just really super tired and don't feel great. So I ended up just getting sushi, grocery store sushi. So I just got some, a chef sampler of like, it says Ultimate Nigiri Rainbow. And then I got this, I really like these. It says California, it says California wrap, but it's like with rice paper instead of rice. I just didn't want too much rice today. I don't know, just like the texture didn't feel like it would be appealing to me. So anyway, this comes with like a sweet sauce, but I actually never use the sweet chili sauce on it. I use soy sauce on it, not that you care, but this is what vlogs are about. So that's my life and that's what I'm doing. I have a friend coming over. She babysits a little girl, so she wants to come over and see the puppy, and then her and her husband are coming back tonight to meet Fitz. So I don't think I'll be able to take it out today. And then I have some work stuff. I have a couple of work emails if I can keep my eyes open, and if not, it'll just have to wait till Monday. So anyway, that's it.